What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. And today, as usual, we're going to continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's going to be the 57th part of the third book, so let's get started. The combination of words, rhythm, and periodic structure. General remarks. The application easy and useful. After this point, which requires careful attention, comes that of the form and cadence of the words, a subject that, I'm afraid, Catullus here will find childish. According to the old masters, we should employ what are nearly verses, that is, particular rhythms, in our prose. For they wanted the ends of sentences in our speeches to give us opportunities for a regular breathing, and not to occur only when we are tired out. They wanted them to be determined not by the punctuation marks in the written text, but by the cadences of the words and thoughts. Isocrates is supposed to have been the first to set about tightening up the ancients' crude way of speaking by applying rhythms for the purpose of delighting the ear, as his pupil Naucrates writes. The musicians, who at one time were also poets, had devised two ways of giving pleasure, verse and song. They wanted to overcome satiety of the ears by giving delight, both through the rhythm of the words and the cadence of the voice. And the ancients thought that these two things, modulating the voice and rounding off a sentence rhythmically, should be transferred from poetry to eloquence, as far as the serious nature of oratory would permit. In this connection, it is especially important to know that, while it is a mistake if the combination of the words in a speech produces a line of words, at the same time we want this combination, like words, to conclude rhythmically, to fit neatly, and to be well-rounded. Among the many things that distinguish the orator from those unskilled and inexperienced in speaking, there is nothing that does so more clearly than these. The unschooled speaker crudely pours out as much as he can and lets his breath, not art, determine the limits of what he says. The orator, on the other hand, so ties his thoughts to the words that all of them are encompassed by a kind of rhythm that is at once confined and free. For after fastening the thoughts in the bonds of form and cadence, he loosens and frees them by changing the order, so that the words are neither confined as if by some fixed law of words, nor so free that they just wander about. Alright, guys, so we've done with another part, and we're gonna continue tomorrow the next one. Thank you for joining me today in this reading session. See you tomorrow. Bye.